Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready to dive into something new?
Always. What are we looking at today?
Today we're taking a deep dive into Beacon of Neyda.
Beacon of Neyda.
Yeah, it's that new video game that's been blowing up online. We've got a ton of sources to dig into. A YouTube video breakdown, the game's Steam page, a developer interview from 80 Level, and we even took a look at the developer's website. You ready to get nerdy?
Let's do it.
So, Ghost Creative Studio, the developers behind the game, they've been around since 2018,
Okay.
but they're mostly known for those casual mobile games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know the ones like Swipe to Collect, Build a Tower,
Right.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Beacon of Neyda, this feels different.
Totally.
Like, way more ambitious.
Yeah, it seems like a huge step. What do you think caused them to make that kind of a jump?
Well, I was thinking the same thing, and in that 80 Level interview,
Yeah.
one of the developers actually mentioned that they were kind of burnt out on those smaller projects.
Really?
Yeah. They said they weren't interested in chasing trends or easy money.
Interesting.
Yeah. It sounds like they wanted to pour their hearts into something bigger, something with more depth, something with more replayability.
So more of a passion project for them.
Totally. And it seems like that passion really resonated because the YouTube breakdown mentioned that some early footage of Beacon of Neyda actually went viral online.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Everyone loves a good underdog story.
For sure.
And speaking of underdog stories, this game's setting is wild. Okay, imagine like Mad Max meets Terminator.
Okay.
But instead of like a clear winner, it's like the robot uprising just went totally haywire and left this desolate wasteland in its wake.
Interesting. So not your typical humans good, robots bad scenario.
Not really.
Okay.
The YouTube video and the Steam page, they both describe a world of like rusted metal, scorching deserts,
Uh-huh.
and robots that seem more glitchy than threatening.
Okay.
It's a fascinating twist.
Definitely. So not the typical sleek chrome and lasers future.
Not at all. More like scrap metal and survival.
I like it.
Yeah.
Tell me more about this modern futurism they're going for.
Right. So it's not that shiny, futuristic aesthetic we always see.
Right.
In the 80 Level interview, the developers mentioned that they drew inspiration from Dune, Fallout, and even Alien.
Wow. What a mix.
Yeah. It's a really eclectic mix. They're aiming for something that feels familiar yet unique.
Okay. I could see that.
Like rugged, lived-in tech.
Yeah.
Sign me up. It makes you wonder what it would take to actually survive in a world like that.
Surviving in a world like that sounds like it takes a whole lot of resourcefulness.
Right.
Which actually,
Yeah.
that leads perfectly into talking about the gameplay.
Okay.
Because Beacon of Neyda is described as a side-scroller
Okay.
with like a build, defend, survive, waves kind of loop.
Okay.
But it sounds like there's a lot more to it than just that.
Okay, so not your average side-scroller then.
Not at all.
I'm listening.
What's interesting here is this real emphasis on resource management and base building.
Okay.
You're not just like plopping down defenses on a grid. You're really carefully considering, like, every piece of scrap metal, every energy core you find.
Energy cores, what are those?
So they add this really cool layer of strategy.
Yeah.
So you've got your basic scrap metal,
Right.
but then these specialized cores, they power different types of structures and defenses.
Interesting.
And then on top of that, the YouTube video mentioned that building placement isn't even restricted to a grid.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the freedom to design your base however you want.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, which is really cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
Strategy and creativity.
Exactly.
Now we're talking.
Right.
Okay, but wait, there's
Yeah.
more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about that whole underground exploration thing
Yes.
that the YouTube video teased? It's not just about like hunkering down on the surface.
Right.
There's this whole network of tunnels and bunkers underground.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where things get really interesting and risky.
Oh, okay.
Like, do you play it safe above ground?
Right.
Or do you venture below for rare resources, maybe even story clues?
Interesting.
It's like this constant push and pull
Oh, I see.
between risk and reward.
I like that. Man, this game just keeps sounding better and better.
Right.
Okay, but can we talk about how incredible this game looks?
It's gorgeous.
The pixel art is absolutely stunning. The YouTuber would not stop gushing about the animations and how much detail they packed in,
Yeah.
even down to like the way the dust motes catch the light.
It's impressive.
It is.
For sure.
I have to admit, it got me hyped.
Yeah. And it really captures that modern futurism vibe
It does.
that we talked about.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's gritty, almost hand-drawn, like you're playing through a graphic novel that's come to life.
Totally.
And they went all out, like the theme page even mentions they used ASIRP, Fire Alpaca,
Wow.
and even some custom tools they built themselves.
Talk about dedication.
I know, right?
It clearly paid off.
For sure.
And speaking of things that add to the atmosphere, what about the music?
The music is phenomenal.
Real.
The YouTuber specifically called out the title theme.
Okay.
He said it gave him chills.
Wow.
They said they were going for, like, a Dune-inspired soundscape.
Oh, wow.
So expect, like, epic, sweeping orchestral pieces while you're fending off robot hordes.
Oh, man. Hans Zimmer, eat your heart out. So we've got this incredible art, this killer soundtrack. Remember how we were talking about this being a passion project?
Yeah.
It sounds like that passion, it extends beyond just the game's design.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the 80-level interview, it touched on that a bit. It seems like they're really, really dedicated to making a really polished experience.
Totally. And like, remember that bug the YouTuber reported?
Yeah, yeah.
He said they patched it in days.
Oh, wow.
Days. Not weeks, not months. Days. That's incredible.
That's amazing. Especially these days. That's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
It speaks to their commitment to this game and to their audience.
Right. They're really listening. It seems like it.
Yeah, which is honestly super refreshing to see. But hold on, there's one more thing. This game, it's meant to be hard. Like, you will die, but death comes with philosophical quotes about AI.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. Like, morbidly hilarious.
It is. It is pretty funny.
It's cool, though. It sounds like they're trying to make you think a little bit, even when you fail.
Right.
Which is cool.
It all ties back into that whole deeper meaning.
Yeah, that deeper meaning about AI.
Yes, exactly.
It's cool.
Okay, so we've got this passionate team, a unique world, really engaging gameplay, stunning art, and a soundtrack that'll blow you away.
Right. What's not to love?
I know. The real question is, will Beacon of Neyda live up to all this hype?
Right. Will this be the game that puts Ghost Creative Studio on the map?
That's the question.
I guess we'll have to see.
I don't know about you, but I'm seriously hooked.
Me too.
This has been such a fascinating deep dive.
Yeah, it has.
I can't wait to see what Beacon of Neyda brings to the table.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good reminder that sometimes the best games, the most interesting games, come from developers who are willing to take risks and chase those passions.
Couldn't agree more. All right, everyone, keep an eye out for Beacon of Neyda. It just might be the next indie darling.
It very well could be.
Until next time, happy